Going 4 or 5 guys here for that Tuesday evening. Rick, you were president for 12 years before I was joined. I don't want to tell you how many, back in the 95, 96 people, all right? And Bill Stram, joined about the same time I did, 2007. Mark, you go back before me as well. You're an old timer here too. Also, and one I don't see here often is Tom Godwin. And so there are 4 or 5 of us that go back then. Fellow who sponsored me was Randy Warren. How many of you remember Randy? Active here. He one of his features was he had a great voice and he loved singing when he all did. His son Steve Warren was vice president of Bank of America here when we used to have Bank of America in Cape Charles. Now occupied a building there at the Cape Charles Memorial Library. But a lot of things for Cape Charles. My first one here was a HUD town. Probably should have invested a little bit more. And now it's become a real destination. The years since, and I felt somewhat like Moses when he led the Israelites out of Egypt through the wilderness toward the promised land. One of the features of that journey was that they had to pick up their place of worship and place of living every time they moved to get to the next place. It was a tabernacle that they had for worship of their head. And they picked it up and moved it up to the location. Well, I can say the Cape Charles Rotary Club. That's not going to say. I'll say that I took a mental list. It's like 7 or 8 places that we met in the time that I've been here. When I joined, we were meeting at Chesapeake Restaurant on Mason Avenue. And then after that, without any particular order, we have also met at the Cape Charles Coffee House. We have met, when I was president, we met both at Eastville Inn. And then John Burke was kind enough to make way for the Cape Charles Christian School. And we moved and came back to Cape Charles to the Christian School. After that, we went to the brewery. Very fitting move. And then from the brewery, we come here to the small barbecue. And one feature that I've noted that has occurred over that time is that we always had buffets and we waited in line for our food. John Small, thank you for giving us a chair to sit in and getting served. I'd like to sit down more often now than I used to stand. In any event, it's been a great trip. I'm a Virginia boy, raised in Northern Virginia. Lived all over the world, lived one corner in the 30 years in the chemical industry, and then 20 years in international mission, and all over the world, independent in many countries. And then coming back to Cape Charles for 18 years here in this club. 10 of those years, I was the manager of the Welcome Center down in Bay Bridge Tunnel. And so this was a great recruiting location for the staff for the Welcome Center. And we had a number of people, many of you know Bill Murphy and his wife, Mary Jo. So they were down there, a number of others. And retired now, bakery, very nice, enjoying it very much. But one of my, this is my last meeting, and reason being that I have more limited mobility than I used to, with neuropathy and all that kind of thing. And so I don't participate in nearly as many of the service projects as I once did. And my hearing at meetings like this, I need this kind of thing. And I sit at the table and eat and enjoy the company of the folks around me, but I don't enjoy the conversation because I can't hear anything. But all those things combined means that I feel that my participation in reduced to the point where I am asking to be kept on the mailing list so that we come out to social events. My wife, Sini, and I love to come and join you all as guests and that kind of thing, but I will not be coming to regular meetings here. But it's been a grand time, a great trip. I'm glad we're back here located right in Cape Charles to meet. It's been good. And so my favorite activity, I think, that I participate in, is represented by your blue book here. Jim Rich and Chip Miller joined me in getting a book that we could read so that we could sing together. And my favorite activity has been leading the singing over the last several years at our regular meetings. And I'm going to wrap it up with the same thing today. If you all would turn to page 19, there, this is my country. This is taken a lot more recently than a lot of songs in this book. This was written in 1940. I did. During the fervor of patriotism that was part of the ramp up, we moved toward World War II. Irving Berlin wrote God Bless America. Wrote back in the First World War, but we revived it in 1938 during this time of patriotism. So this period of time, 1940s, was a great period of new great patriotic songs. My time on this earth preceded that by a few years. I was in the heart of depression, but this song here is one of my favorites. This is my country, and the reason for that is that it addresses both those people who were born here in the first verse, and then I'm a part of that group. And there are the second group, the people who chose to come here, and that is a part of the second verse. We're all, however, part of the great country called United States of America. We're all Americans. And we are going to participate in one of the great privileges we have as Americans. Next Tuesday, a week from today, is Election Day. And many of you may have voted already, but if you haven't, please take advantage of the time between now and next week. Go out and vote. Something that people all over the world do not enjoy. So let's pick up on this one here. You got the words in front of you. This is my country, okay? All right. Our country, land of my birth. Like of my joy. I
So true. You, Alan, okay? Thank you for everything you've done, Rotary. All right. And now we have this people today. In the high school. If we don't, then we do have two speakers that'll be here, Christian and Matt, with Virginia American Water. And so we will have them speak in 1 minute. And welcome to Cape Charles Rotary Club of Cape Charles. Okay, announcements. Do we have announcements like Karen?
Okay, I got a letter from. I got a letter from VDOT, saying that they were having this big cleanup between, last week and November 2nd. Which leaves us the 1st of November if we want to do anything to join them. Paul told me that the Cape Charles Yacht Club is also doing it on this weekend, and that they might not have enough equipment to share with us. So she's asking me if we have many volunteers, and I can't tell her that we do. I'm honestly kind of flummoxed right now. I don't know whether we can do it because I don't know if they have the equipment. So if they have the equipment, it would be nice to join in this game on Saturday, the November 1st at 9 a.m. We'll pass around the paper. If we don't have enough volunteers, the reason the last cleanup was canceled is because we had 3 volunteers beside me. And you really can't clean that road with 4 people. It's not. I mean, it's possible, but not for a bunch of old people like us. So, we'll pass around the people.
Can we raise hands if we have any volunteers for the cleanup at this point?
Yeah.
What time is it?
9 a.m. This Saturday? This Saturday.
6, 7, 8. Looks like we got 8.
Okay, I'll tell her we have 8, and then I'll send out a blast if we have the equipment. If we don't have the equipment, we won't do it.
Tell Paul radio.
Yeah, I'll tell everybody one way or the other.
Good, thank you. Thank you, Karen.
Right, so I guess the dual purpose here. So in response to that, with the Interact clubs, Broadwater has indicated that they're very interested in being made aware of its cleanup. That's probably gonna be a little bit quick for them.
Yeah.
But I believe it's 7th or first week in November. October 7th. They're working on their project. They're gonna spend along what they're gonna throw themselves towards in terms of fundraising and community service. So I'll update you guys on that. If we could identify like, a cleanup weekend a couple weeks out, I know for a fact that I think I could get them. There's probably gonna be around 20 kids, I was maybe 30 up there. But if I could get, say, 20% of them, that's good, and I'm confident I can easily do that. I'd like to say that I can do that with Hampton, but we haven't been able to settle on meeting with them fully yet. So actually, Bill is gonna be having lunch with the principal, I believe Monday. Yeah. And so he's gonna apply the appropriate pressure. Let's see, so if we as a club, or if I can get with you and we can maybe work out a date. I think last year, we did something with Chesapeake Bay Foundation in Worcester. I can't remember what the date, was that summertime, wasn't it? Okay.
The next cleanup for the spring will be around March, around Cape Charles Day. So they do their cleanup.
Alright, so we might be able to do this one.
If we could, yeah.
Yeah, because I think they're looking to complete their community service hour. And so there were several students that the counselor identified as needing their hours. So anyway, that's the latest.
Okay, and I hope cleaning or restocking the bookmobile
Absolutely.
is on that list.
Yeah, sure. I mean, is that available like blanket, like a weekend? I can give them a particular.
We can
Well, I
sell,
mean, Oktoberfest, I know, you got the 31st.
How does weekly?
All right, I'll just put it right in their hands then. They are gonna join us, few of the students, well, they told me they would be present for the Halloween candy giveaway, up at the clerk's office.
Yes, Kara, yes.
So, that was really awesome last year, a lot of kids, I mean, it was busy and it rides, and it went on quite a while, so, anyway, dress up.
If they're also looking for more hours, get them in touch with Main Street for Festive Friday.
Okay, I will.
For the evenings, they need help with parking and direction traffic, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, they seem motivated. Well, where I hope they get that.
Thank you, Jason. Just a reminder, since we mentioned it, Halloween, trick or treat night at, the Eastville. They say court, they say the jail, but I think it's most likely.
The sheriff's
Sheriff's office. Right, Sheriff Dowdy has it. And anyone who'd like to come and volunteer, it's from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. I think they're a little bit early. And, you can come as scary as you want to come to help the kids who trick or treat and give them a safe place to trick or treat and safe treats to get. All right, so if anyone can be there, please come. Okay, any other announcements? Okay, Mark, and then we have Bob.
The first Monday of each month, we have an activity about Spring Day, Pickup Day in Central Park. Our public works crew does a great job, but we kind of give them an extra hand. So this coming Saturday, if anyone can be there, with all the other activities going on, 9:30 to 11:30. Also Thursday, if it's not raining, 9:30 to 11:30. In the park, lots of stuff to do, to get, kind of done for the season. Thank you.
And thank you. And October Press was a very good success. Want to thank Keith, Mike, Bart, and who else was here? Me. But it was wonderful. The whole thing. And Dave, thank you for being there. And we got 4 interested. I'm still trying to contact them, invite them to be visitors here at our meeting. We talked to a number of people, and thank y'all for all the energy and effort for being there for the city, for Rotary and the city. Okay, and Jim.
Thanks. I hope everyone here knows our host. I hope everyone here knows our hosts, John and Logan Small, owners of this wonderful little restaurant. But what you may not know is the degree to which they have been donors to this community. Now, we benefited from this last summer from that food truck at the concert. And there were half a dozen, I believe, of our members who worked it, and for that, we got $1,000.
No less.
Okay, that's all right. John and Logan, made that truck available to a different group every week. And each one of them got around $1,000, much of it varied with the weather breaking. But the total was
About 12 grand.
12 grand. So thank you, a round of applause. And, Dr. Benny, if you would, good.
Symbolically.
Right, that's fine. Step forward, we'd like to get a
Thank you.
picture, just in case someone at the Eastern Shore Post wants to. Okay, so.
Oh, put this down.
The 3 of you, that's great, that's great. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah. Oh, I can see it too, Colin. Thank you all very much, and thank you to you.
Thank you. This, and then, as Alan said, it is wonderful having service and not having to stand in line. That's what took up so much time, having a very long meeting. Thank y'all.
Thank you, John.
Very much. Okay, any other announcements? Just reminder, graphic sales, sell. Keep telling Bertus of your sales. And also let them know if you're gonna be able to volunteer to work that day, okay? That's it. And what sale is that? Crab cake. That's it. I'm not trying to get calls about when we doing crab cake, so people are starting to be aware that it's sometime around Thanksgiving, so. Good for the community that they're aware that it is time for that. All right. Okay, any other announcements? Okay. Now we will do the happy dollars. Does anyone have happy dollars?
Yes. I have 10 happy dollars for Alan to congratulate. All right. And Alan, you're not going away as long as you can get on Zoom, you can watch us act crazy.
Member of this group, you're truly going to be missing one, okay?
Okay.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm gonna give 20. 10 again for Alan, because I remember him and Randy Warren, when I came to my first club meeting and they started singing, I'm like, what did you guys bring me to? But it is the best part of every meeting is the singing, so I love it. I'm gonna miss you so much, Alan, for that.
Right.
And my other 10, out of my $20 is, if those don't know, we moved to Cape Charles Town Hall last week. We finished yesterday. We're all exhausted, but please come visit us in our new home at 412 Haswell Avenue. Very good. City of Cape Charles. Any other happy dollars?
Yes. After Karen.
Oh. Well, okay. Alan?
I'll just kind of in the honor, Alan.
Thank you.
Very good, very good, very good. Karen.
Bank will love you.
I would like to give $10 in Chip Miller's name and Paul Strong, because both of them are 83 years old and both of them finished 25 miles or more in the Between the Waters bike ride on Saturday. Yeah. Pause. Chip, by the way, rode from Eastville down to Cape Charles, over to Oyster, and there was convinced to ride with his wife and someone else back to Cape Charles, because it was a short. Except that when they got here, they looked at the odometer, and instead of going 25 miles, they'd gone 27. So Chip deserves an extra round of applause. Thank you very much.
All right. All right, very good.
I want to give 20 and 10 is for Alan Burns. Alan, we've really enjoyed your presence since I've become a member. And you remember quite a while before that, I think. But thank you for everything you've done for our club. And we'll miss you. Secondly, I'd like to thank Jim and Pete and Chip for pushing me and making me go 25 miles on Saturday. And I'm not 83. No, yeah, I'm only 80.
I'm sorry, $19.
So Chip is the senior member of our body team. But he pushed me as well as Jim is, and thank you.
All right. All right, any more happy dollars? If not, then I'm trying to do a semi-shuffle of cards. Queen of Hearts. Or who got the highest?
Ace of clubs.
Ace of clubs. I gave it to him. I'll call, yeah. Okay, Ace of clubs, and what else? Ace of hearts. Out diamonds. Yeah, Ace of diamonds, that'll go club. I'm out of club. Okay, all right, let me just do this one last time. All right. Now you go, especially the Queen of Hearts. You can shuffle more if you want. If you get the Queen of Hearts, you win the big jackpot. You got it. Oh, wait a minute. That's disqualified. You get the card.
All right, I won one thing.
Uh-huh.
Give her another chance.
Okay.
You know, pull the card all the way up and then look at it.
All right, now tell me if I should stay with this one.
Okay. Still losing. That's okay. It's live another week.
Reset this.
Okay, this one's being torn up, so the Queen of Hearts still has not been selected and the fact is getting smaller. Okay, not going back in. So we will continue to have we will continue to have Queen of Hearts. The pot has not been taken yet. So, Paul, what are the?
Yeah, today we've got $39 in today and, doing, dang, doing 10. The club,
They don't tell me.
20, and the other nine goes into the pot. So how much is in the pot now? Let's see. There will be $85 in the pot now. The person who draws the Queen of Hearts.
Okay, $85 in the pot, growing, and we're still growing. All right. So we would like to have, we'll now have our speakers, Christian and Matt Carey come up, and you can introduce yourselves about your organization and welcome to the Rotary Club of Cape Charles. Yourself and
You want to start with a full PowerPoint?
y'all can stand.
Oh, yes. Hopefully,
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Christian Boyd. I'm with Virginia American Water Company. It's a private water utility. And basically what we do, we own and operate water and wastewater systems. And we purchased the water and wastewater systems in Cape Charles 18 months ago. About a little bit about myself. I've been with American Water for 28 years. I studied in France, and when I was done with schooling, I joined American Water and I started in the research department in Illinois, and then I moved to operations. I did water quality and production in Indiana, and then I moved to Virginia, and I did water quality and the operations in Virginia. So I'm gonna let Matt introduce himself, and then we're gonna talk about American Water, where we are, what we do, and then we're gonna focus on Cape Charles to tell you a little bit about what we did during those past 18 months. And basically, we are fixing equipment. So we've been fixing equipment, and soon we're going to start upgrading the systems. Go ahead, Matt.
hey, how's it going, everybody? I'm Matt Elliott. I'm superintendent of operations here at Cape Charles. I've been with American Water for roughly 8 years now, I think. I think I'm coming up on 8 years. I've been doing water and wastewater since I was in college, so I've coming up on probably 15 years now, water and wastewater. I am from Chesterfield County. I kind of moved myself here about 18 months ago when American Water gave me this opportunity to take on this challenge here. Yeah, I mean, that's me. Gonna do the job, man.
Yes, so I'm going to start about American Water. So American Water is the largest private water utility in the US. And overall, we serve about 50 million people in the US, and we serve people in 14 states. In the Midwest, so it's going to be Missouri, Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Tennessee, a little bit. On the East Coast, we have Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Maryland, Virginia, West Virginia. We also have California American Water. And as far as people, we have about 6,500 employees. Yesterday, there was a big announcement in the news, and American Water is going to merge with the second largest private utility in the US. It's called Aqua. And when it happens, we're probably going to onboard probably another 2,500 employees. A little bit about Virginia American Water. We don't have a strong presence. We have Alexandria, so the city of Alexandria, and Woodbridge in the northern Virginia. We have Hopewell, Fort Lee, Waverly. Along Chesapeake Bay, we have multiple systems along Chesapeake Bay. We serve smaller communities and subdivisions. And 18 months ago, we acquired Cape Charles. So typically, what we do when we purchase a water system or wastewater system, we invest money. We like to invest because we like new equipment, because it's reliable. You have a new pump, push the button, it's going to start. So we invest to have reliable equipment, and also we purchase spare parts because we like redundancy. So if something breaks down, we have something on the shelf to use, so we don't have a system outage. As far as water quality, so we have to comply with federal and state regulations, and we strive to comply with all regulations, water, wastewater regulations. We don't like to have violations of water or wastewater regulations. We strive to have high water quality, and to do so, basically, we automate our plants. So basically, each plant is going to be run by a computer system. We have plant operators. They can do everything from the computer. And we also rely on treatment optimization to make sure we have constant water quality, so no customer complaints. As far as staffing, when we purchase a system, we're going to hire all the staff. We work safely. Safety is a value at American Water, and it takes longer to do a job, but at least everybody stays safe. As far as compensation packages, so we hire the people from a town or from a city, and we have good compensation packages, wages, very good benefits, health benefits, and 401k. We train people, so we have to take at least 20 hours of training every year. And if people want to move up, we have opportunities all the time. I guess right now we have about company-wide 200 job openings. So if you want to move up and move somewhere else, you're going to have opportunities. As far as customers, so customers, we have an emergency notification system, and you can be notified 24/7. Like if we have a main break, service outage, you can get either a text, an email, or a phone call. So it's useful to plan. We have a 24/7 customer service. So if you have an issue with your bill, you can call. If you need to report an issue, same, you can call anytime. As far as payment options, we offer multiple payment options. And also we have a program for low-income people. So as far as Cape Charles, so I'm going to summarize. First, when we purchase this dam, we're going to do an engineering study. So you're going to have a team of engineers coming from the headquarters, and they're going to look at all the assets, and they're going to talk to the employees. And they're going to come up with a report, and this report is going to plan the spendings for the next 5 years. So we started the engineering study. It should be done early next year, and we're going to present it to the town. It was part of the contract. So you're going to know what we're going to do in the future. On the wastewater side, so when we took over, the town had some compliance issues with DEQ, and there was constant order, so we fixed the compliance issues, and now we have a good relationship with DEQ, no more compliance issues. And the inspector used to come every month to inspect the plant. We haven't seen him in a long time, so it's a good sign. The plant, the wastewater plant is about 15 years old now, 13 to 15 years old, and it's going to need some attention. It's a membrane treatment plant, and the town replaced the membranes, and we're going to keep investing. And Matt is going to talk about the upgrades at the wastewater plants. On the water side, compliance, we don't have any compliance issue as far as water quality. It's well water, groundwater with bad water quality.